Okay. I know you've read or heard about that game, movie, or comic, blah, blah, but you haven't heard it from us. So chill, relax, let us talk all about it before you log off.
The thirst is absolutely real, everybody. I am Sir Aaron Carter, and you're listening to Before You Log Off. And I am here, of course, with the internationally known Steven Gutierrez.
Hey, how's it going, everybody?
And, of course, with the ombre hair.
Hi. Me?
Regular old Rachel. Yeah, you're here.
No,
Regular Rachel, more like ombre Rachel.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you can say that as well. You can say that as well. Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna sip all into your microphone like that?
I
Really?
had no response, so I did
Clearly.
Mm.
Clearly.
Thanks. Thank you for that.
that. You're welcome.
We're back after a long hiatus of a week because we're doing the show every other week. And if you're not watching us live on twitch.tv/before you log off, you're only looking at half the show because you could be joining the lovely chat, everybody. Hello, how you guys doing in chat? They're waiting for us to discuss all of the nerd news we got on. All the notes today written by the lovely, the talented Beth, everybody. Intern Beth.
She is one
Works
of a kind.
hard.
Wow.
Nickname
Wow.
in
Now, we
college
already
was the
established
work mule.
that we already established Beth is like evil because in the starting soon screen, her phone is on light mode. Only psychopaths use light mode.
Who doesn't keep their phone on light mode?
Sane people?
Her eyes could be sensitive to
Yeah.
the darkness. You know what I mean? So she has to
No.
have it in light mode.
So thanks for just pointing
So
out one of her ailments. Cool.
Wow.
Cool.
No, light mode like feels like your retinas are being burned. It's terrible.
Guess we're just pointing out retina problems nowadays. And she puts on her glasses because she's disgusted with all the eye talk. But it's fine. It's
I'm
fine.
wearing glasses.
It's fine. I mean, we thought you would be a little more sensitive to it since you do wear
Okay.
glasses. You know. Glasses
Okay,
on
fair.
for Beth, everybody. Glasses on for
Put
Beth.
them on. Take them
Yeah.
off. Put them on.
Yeah, there you go.
Beth.
Wow. Get your
A
fake
lot
glasses off, sir.
has happened
These are
in
real.
2 weeks. Yeah, those are real. What are you talking about?
No, Aaron.
I don't know what you mean. These are
Okay,
prescribed.
I don't-
These are
I
prescribed.
don't see Aaron. I see a young Denzel Washington in
Wow.
Malcolm X. That's what I see.
Wow.
That's what I see.
It's a high compliment. Have you seen Malcolm X, Rachel?
I actually haven't, no.
Oh, okay. I mean, all right. Guess we'll just wait till Black History Month comes around again.
Oh my
and
God.
then we'll show it to you. That's what that is. Lots of stuff has happened, everybody. A lot of geek stuff has happened in the week that we have not done a podcast, but we have been streaming regularly, so you can catch us again on twitch.tv/before you log off. But a ton of stuff. And Rachel, did you see in the chat that we forgot to put in the trailer for Stranger Things on there?
I did, but it's also maybe because I didn't watch the trailer yet.
Wow.
I know, I know.
Whoa.
You're caught up on all the seasons, right?
Yeah, well, I'm caught up in like the show completely. I just haven't seen the trailer for the new season.
Okay. You gotta watch the trailer. It's
I
Pretty
know.
good.
it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
It's pretty
But
good.
we could totally talk about it though. It's fine.
So what's going on? Let's before we get to the actual big stuff, anything new in the BYLO cruise life? What's happening? Guys, how are you guys doing?
Hopefully a little less stress on the old shoulders here. You know, who knows? Maybe it's been a long couple of weeks for me. You know,
Work's been hard.
a little bit, but that and just other stresses. But you know what? That's why I'm here. I'm happy because I get to do this with you guys.
Yeah, yeah.
And so this is me getting into the weekend, and now it's time to enjoy myself. So who knows? Might get a little crazy in here.
Oh my god.
Rachel, what about you?
Well, apparently, according to the chat, I'm letting J-Love down because we're taking a break from Naruto because we were binge watching it. We got, oh my god, we're like basically all to the part right now, like where Sasuke is fighting all the different Kages, like in the five Kage summit. That's
Uh-huh.
basically where we're at, and we like just stopped, and we're watching other shows right now. You know,
I'm sure.
not anime.
You don't want to elaborate on those other shows?
A little bit of like Moon Knight, a little bit of Our Flag Means Death, and some, you know, older TV shows.
Sounds
What
like
are
porn.
these?
It
What are,
sounds
yes, because that's exactly
like
what it's sounding like right
pornography.
now.
I
That's
mean,
exactly what it sounds like.
You know, a little bit of help me, step bro. I'm stuck. You know.
well, I mean, I guess it's not porn, but it's
It's porn.
Rock of Love, Bret Michaels on Hulu. I used to watch it when it was coming out all the time. It's super trash TV, but I mean, the girls get crazy, so Galen likes it.
Yeah, it's like
I've
free
never seen this
booze and-
show. Is this just like Love and Hip Hop and all that other stuff?
Yeah, like Flavor of Love, things like that.
It's,
Ah,
It's
then I
exactly
know
the
what to
same thing.
expect. I know what to
Yeah,
expect.
it's
but-
really, really like trashy people being super dramatic, super crazy, out of control, and they're all dating Bret Michaels. And I'm like,
you know.
it's really sad because I never listened to Poison. I'm like, this is the only exposure to Bret Michaels I have is this reality dating show. So
Bret Michaels is a singer, guitarist. What is he?
singer, yeah, he's a singer.
He's the lead singer of a band called Poison
Yep,
from
From
80s.
back in
were
the
any
old
of their
'80s.
were any of their songs featured on Peacemaker?
Actually, I think so.
The only song I really know by them is a really popular one. Every Rose Has Its Thorn. Because
That's
they play it
that's
every
them?
single episode.
that's Bret
them, yeah.
Michaels' song. That's not Poison's song. Yeah,
Really?
I thought it was too.
I
but
thought he wrote it because I know he wrote it about his ex and everything. He literally used that song to break up with her, and then after the breakup, she had to hear it on the radio all the time because it was like
That's
a top
what you
hit.
get.
I was like,
Yeah,
"Fuck."
yeah. Yeah,
Wait, no, he broke up with her. Is that what it was? You
Yeah,
said he
he-
broke up with her.
Oh,
Okay.
and it was
Oh,
like-
okay,
Oh,
okay,
And it was
okay.
a
okay.
long-term relationship. I think they were like dating for 3 years, and so she was really
Okay.
like heartbroken. So it kind of
Yeah,
sucked.
3 years isn't that long. You're fine. You're fine.
Wow,
Yeah,
wow.
Maybe she should have put a ring on it.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
You know?
Jeez.
Yeah, put a ring on a rock star from the '80s. Yeah, like
Yeah.
they would totally.
You
settle
act
down
like
back
that
then. They
hasn't
would
been
settle
done.
down back then. They're crazy then.
Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne and Sharon for the
Still
longest
going.
until recently.
Still
I think they
going.
They're
might-
the exception. They're the exception, not the rule, though.
I feel like they're the rule. I feel you have to
my
bite
God.
the head off of a live animal,
Yeah.
and then you get the ring. That's what you got to do.
Oh my god.
Let-
The bat was the ring box, didn't you know? That's how he opened it.
was
Just pulled
just
it
a
out of a.
decapitated bat or whatever
Yeah.
he did, a
It
pigeon or
was
whatever
a
he ate,
dove, I think.
or whatever it was.
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
say- it's all madness anyway. It's all madness.
No,
anyway.
no Poison songs on the old Peacemaker soundtrack. There.
Oh, well, then I don't know. I couldn't name a
just-
Poison song then. Pour
I
some
just
sugar
checked
on me?
the,
No, that's not one of them.
I can look up the
Then
Poison.
no.
And there were not. That was before my time. I'm a little too young for that. So
Let me switch back to you
Are
and
you-
GG watching Naruto because I saw
Yes.
an article when I heard you guys were rewatching Naruto about a guy that is watching Naruto with his girlfriend again. He's
Okay.
showing her for the first time, but he showed his real love for her and the show at the same time by editing 115 hours worth of fillers out and then giving her the raw Naruto story.
Naruto experience.
Well, I
Yes.
mean-
Did you do this for Galen?
I didn't edit it, but like I have a list of all the fillers, and we're skipping all of them. So
Got it.
yeah.
All right. I just feel like this guy's love is a little stronger than
Wow. Okay, sir. Okay, guy.
you know. I'm just
But I
saying.
did finally get Galen to switch back over to subtitles and not dub, and I'm like, oh, thank God. It only took 1 million episodes, but
Like the
Here.
gods intended. Yep.
to be
Yeah, exactly.
fair, some of the voice actors in Naruto dub are fine.
Killer Bee.
Not all of them. Killer B, no. I didn't
Yeah.
like him. I like him in Japanese. Who else? Okay, the only good ones may get hate on this one. Naruto to me is fine in English. The lady does a fine job. I don't.
He does
I
a
don't
great
hate
job
it.
with. I'm going to interrupt you. Does a great job with Shippuden and Naruto. Little kid Naruto, I want to strangle him. I want to beat the shit out of that child.
I feel like it's the same person.
No,
I feel like
it
it's
is,
the
but
same
it's
person.
different. It's more raspy. It's more annoying. He's constantly saying "Dashi
She's-
Bayo" or
She's
"Believe it," and I'm
learning.
just like,
She's learning it.
So the little kid Naruto that has an
Yes.
annoying voice makes sense.
I don't
Wait.
like it though.
You don't have to. It's a kid. It's a kid's
I don't like it.
voice. You don't need to.
I guess
It's
I
what
do.
it is. It's
I'm
what
the
it
fan.
is. It's
Give
what it
the
is.
fans what they want.
Nah, the fans can go suck a duck. All right.
Well, you know what? You could go back to that old creepy Sonic then too.
I
You
will
can
go.
see.
Which Sonic are we talking about? Are you talking about the
The
look
one
of
that-
Sonic or the voice actor?
Oh, not the voice actor, the look. The one before they
Other-
fixed it because all the fans
say-
freaked out.
I was gonna say Jaleel White is a treasure as a voice actor
Yeah.
of
No,
Sonic the
movie,
Hedgehog.
the movie.
It
sorry,
is-
Okay,
the movie.
all
it
right.
is treasure.
All right. Also, I will give props to the English Sasuke and the English Shikamaru, and that's about it. Everybody else
Okay,
could
yeah.
probably be switched with the Japanese, for sure. There's only a
Gaara's
certain amount
good.
of who. I don't
Gaara.
remember Gaara too much, actually. I don't remember him.
This was okay. I like it both. They're both really similar. I feel like the voice acting they did get was pretty good, but I just preferred like the dub or the subs so much more than dub.
Okay.
I think like the
All
only anime where I actually like the dub more than sub would be Space Dandy. It's just the jokes they just hit a lot better in English.
Keep talking about that. No, we've never.
It's great.
seen it.
It's Johnny Bravo in space, and it's
Yeah.
like if Johnny Bravo tried to do Cowboy Bebop, you get Space Dandy.
Why do you like Johnny Bravo? Of all the
Misogyny. That's why.
like,
Yeah,
of
he's fine.
cartoons.
Nothing's wrong with
Yeah.
Johnny Bravo. Nothing's wrong
Oh
with Johnny
yeah,
Bravo.
can you
Solid.
reboot that series?
Oh yeah, you get
Can
100%.
C-
Dandy, you
can
100%.
CW
Yeah.
reboot that series and
Let's
make it a
get
TV
a
show?
live action. Yep,
A
I
live
want it
action
now.
Johnny Bravo.
Just because
Oh
you
my
spoke it,
God.
it needs to happen
It
into
needs-
existence.
And this is why I bring up my change.org to
Wow.
make this happen. All
Wow.
right? We need to make it happen. Cartoon
the-
Network, sell me the rights so I can sell them to CW.
The chat has
No.
asked Beth, is Johnny Bravo dateable? And she unequivocally said sure. So that's a yes. That's a
So
yes.
when they did that crossover with Scooby Doo and Johnny Bravo and Velma kind of had a thing, I was like, I like it. It's cute.
Oh, so you can ship that, but everybody else
Yes,
that
I
he
can.
tries to get with, off
no,
limits. Got it.
no,
got it.
just Velma.
Just a
Got
man
it.
looking
She's like
for
a lesbian
love.
now, but yeah.
Got it.
Just a
Anyway,
man looking for love.
like I said before earlier, we are streaming regularly, everybody, on twitch.tv/before you log off. We've been playing a lot of Tiny Tina's Adventure.
Wonderland?
Nope,
Wonderland.
I'm going adventure like Tiny Tina's.
Oh my god.
But so we're I mean, I won't speak for everybody else. I've been having fun with it. It is a fun game, but I do have like this longing for old features from some of the older ones. And then I feel like the variety of weapons that they've been giving out haven't been the most groundbreaking, I'll say. But how are you guys liking it so far?
Rachel,
Don't speak
you
all
go
at once.
first.
I didn't want to interrupt anybody. So like I like it, but I also feel like I know it's a lot of side missions. I know you guys love that type of stuff, and I don't mind like a few side missions, but there's just so many of them, and I just kind of like I like the story of it. So I feel like the more story we do, the more I'll enjoy it. But the only issue I really have is that insanity mode really isn't that insane. It just feels like easy mode, especially with 4 people, and then with all the companions and then all the explosions. It's honestly kind of hard for me to like tell what's going on when we're all fighting all at once.
It
So I
is-
feel
it
like
is-
I'm not, because like it's so easy, I feel like I don't get to be able to fight as much as I would like to.
They note, I said something on one of the last streams that I noticed that they did a lot, like it felt like a lot of Diablo-esque type of stuff, where it's just a bunch of like higher level Diablo stuff, I'll say. A bunch of action going on, a bunch of spells being thrown around, and you kind of get lost in the mix of everything sometimes, to where you're just bullet dumping on anything that's in front of you. King Chris in chat, just like he says, hold down the trigger and hope to hit something. I mean,
Yeah, pretty much.
9 times out of 10 you do. So why even, so there, I feel like there's no strategy in that then. Like,
Yeah,
it's
because
just-
like you were talking about, I think it was like you and Jerry were playing one of the Borderlands games, and you guys kind of like snuck around the base and were taking out one bad guy at a time. I would love to try to do that, but I feel like it's not as possible in.
That wasn't the same game. Not the same game.
I know it wasn't Wonderlands. It was a different Borderlands game.
No, that wasn't Borderlands at all. When we were talking about when we were talking about sneaking around, we were talking about Wildlands.
It's Ghost Recon.
Yeah, it's Ghost Recon.
Too many games. But I feel like you're still able to do that still a little bit more, like go around and like kill bad guys.
Oh, for
instead
sure.
of like having to run in there. Like I feel like you just have to kind of like run in there like Rambo or Leroy Jenkins in every single battle for Wonderland. So I'm like, it's fun, and I love like playing it like with multiplayer. I don't think I could be able to play it by myself, but
that's 1 and 2. I feel the being able to feel like you're actually getting some hits on your your own enemy, and everybody else is kind of doing their thing to help the greater goal. I think somewhere in between 2 and all the little ones that came out in between. So what's just like 2, the pre-sequel, and 3, I'll say.
Yeah.
They decided to just kind of lean into trying to tell some type of story and do all these like really, because the first one isn't as story heavy. It's a shoot and loot. You kind of go to the levels. You do get a little.
All side quests.
Yeah, you get a little bit of story, but it's nothing. It's a bunch of side quests, and it's just about shooting and getting a bunch of loot. And then in part 2,
I like 2 a little bit more because I like how it has more of a story.
2, they linked into story. They legit linked the story. They went, got writers. Anthony Birch did the story, and like he wrote a good story into that third act, and then they had really good characters as well. So I think they decided to lean in on that big time. And I like the characters. I really like the characters. I don't think the characters are bad in any of the games, minus Brick. But that's just my own.
I like Brick.
No, I don't like Brick. I like Brick from part 1. I like Brick from part 1. But
you don't like the Punch Father fairy guy?
I don't like his over theatric. You know what Brick reminds me of? And another character in video games I don't like. Who's the black guy in Gears of War?
Oh, shit.
Coltrane? Yeah. That's who Brick reminds me of. Don't like those two characters.
Is it because they're so over the top?
Yes.
Like
they're so stereotypical, over the top. Like beef head type of and I'm like, nah. I never really liked those characters. So yeah, and I kind of feel like, was Mordecai in part 2, Steven? I mean, part 3? Three. You mean 3?
Yes, I think he gave you side quests.
Because I feel like they phased him out.
No, he's there. He's there because he has a new, like... Because 2, his Bloodwing gets killed.
Yeah, 2, Bloodwing gets killed.
And then in 3, it's like he gives you missions, and I think he gets another bird.
He's not on the ship, though, with you, right?
No.
I think
none
him
of the
and
original
Brick,
people are on the...
Well, no, what's her name is? Lilith is. Lilith stays with you. She's kind of the guide on 3.
Oh, well, yeah, she's...
Brick and Mordecai aren't.
No. Oh, shit. You know, I'm mixing it up. I think he does get recruited. Because
I know they seem like they've been slowly phasing out, of course, the original ones, which is, you gotta out the old type of stuff. But I
tell you what, they erased Salvador from part 2.
Who?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gunzerker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they did get rid of it. Well, they got rid of. They only kept Zero and what's her name?
And Maya.
Yeah.
But she's gone.
Who are the other ones? Axton and
Axton.
Wait.
He didn't even get a chance.
Were they? No, but Maya was in Borderlands 3 though.
Who?
Maya.
Yeah, Maya.
Yeah, no, she died.
Yeah. So like, she hasn't really been erased because like that was the only game really. Because like right now, like we're still pretty early on in the story, unless you guys went way ahead in Wonderlands.
Rachel, I just said they killed her.
Oh.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that part. I didn't play the game.
Rachel, literally?
I didn't play 3.
Oh, right after you said it, I was like, yeah, they killed her.
I
They
didn't hear that part.
they Thanos snapped that bitch out of
Yeah,
fucking reality.
Wow. They should have
God.
the spoiler, guys.
Well, sorry for the spoilers. I mean,
It's
they
been 84
It is- it
years.
is-
I was waiting to play with you guys.
Well, here's the thing. They try to do a thing where it's like they replace her with somebody. So there's another character that that is a siren. Remember the little girl, Steven?
Angel?
Oh, yeah.
No, because
No,
Angel's
she's dead.
gone.
Yeah, I was like,
dead. Yeah.
she's dead.
No, they try to introduce another siren, and
It's like
it's,
Maya's protege.
yeah,
or
it's like her
something.
Padawan type of thing. That's what it is.
Because like I know, like was it in Borderlands lore? There's like what can only be like 5 or 7 sirens at a time, right?
Something like that, yeah. Because I think that's what we had
Yeah.
a question on when we were watching it. There can only be a certain amount of sirens.
I think they mentioned that in a comic book.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't remember that coming up in a game.
It was in part 1, and
I
then
don't
they,
remember that at all. Part 1.
yeah. So there can only be 6 sirens in the Borderlands world at one time.
Gotcha.
That lore was introduced in the first one, and then you kind of just wondering like, oh, okay, well then we already know Lilith is one. I can't remember.
Angel, Maya,
Angel
and
is
then
one. Maya.
what is the chick with the blonde braids and everything? in
Commandant
the
Steele.
Yeah,
Was she a siren?
she
I
was.
think
Yeah,
so. Yeah, because she had the
blue
she-
tattoos and everything.
Yeah,
and
and
the
she was
powers.
able. Yeah, she was able to open the vault.
I thought that was just because she was the old model of the character. That's why she had the tattoos and stuff.
Yeah,
Did
She
not
was-
cross my mind that she was a siren because she had no ability.
Right, she opened
What?
up the vault.
Again,
It's just a switch.
one was very loose on
Oh,
story.
no,
so
it was very
the-
loose. That's why I didn't. You don't really grasp that. It was just like here's the quote unquote badman. You know what I mean? And then they get impaled with a tentacle.
Yeah. It was. Yeah, I remember that fight too. It was kind of like almost kind of anticlimactic because the fight was very easy. So
Yeah, it was because like I only played that game with you guys, and I remember getting to there. I was like, all right, that was it. Okay.
Not
So
much.
we haven't gone too far, if anything, past where you were, Rachel. Like literally, we haven't. Like I think when we were with you, actually no, we didn't go anywhere past where
Yeah.
you were because we beat the level with you, the little pirate area, right?
Yeah.
So all we did on the last stream was we just went back and did all the side missions that we didn't do.
Yeah.
That's
Okay,
all we
cool.
did. So we're literally we can pick up the story right where you left off and keep going.
Cool.
But yeah, I mean it's cool. It looks like I feel like we're almost done, maybe.
Maybe I'm not sure. Like, how long is like the actual story? Because like I feel like we're streaming like Wonderlands a lot, but we're also only doing like one stream where we dedicate it to the story. The rest is like
True.
doing side missions most of the time. So I'm kind of like, how many more streams would it be?
I'm gonna say if we stick to story mode, it'll probably be a minimum of 3 streams. So what we got one, we do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I bet you we beat it by next Friday at least. If we do story mode every single one.
We're not doing story mode every single one. I know that. I know us.
I mean, you never know. You never know.
I mean, if we're on a time limit, we can rush through it, I guess.
No,
I mean, I don't know if we're on a time limit. You know,
not on time limit.
Oh, you guys made it sound like you guys were
No,
ready
we're
to
just
switch
guessing.
games.
No, we're just guessing.
I'm
Well, then
definitely
you will
can't.
play every single side story, and you will be happy about it.
I
Okay.
definitely can't
Meeting
wait.
over.
I can't wait till Wildlands though. I do really want to
That
play
is
that
going to be
one.
a fun one.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
will be good. So
Rachel, you're going to lead every single mission. You're gonna decide whether we go stealth or just running their guns blazing.
Oh,
so
Cool.
there's
No
a lot of
pressure.
discussions we should have before we play that one too.
Nope. Just
I
throw
like-
her in.
Well, no, I mean the mode we're gonna play because remember they added that mode where it's like you
Oh.
kind of level up.
I think that's when you got to like. Was that when you got to like the end game?
I'm not sure.
Wasn't it like a certain level? Like you got, I can't remember.
But anyway, we'll definitely keep playing it, guys. So keep an eye out on that one. What else we got? Oh, let's get into the comic book stuff. This is exciting times right now.
We got a lot of DC updates for you guys.
There are a ton of DC updates because, as you guys know, less than a week ago, DC was purchased by the Discovery Channel, which is interesting. I don't think it's Discovery Channel. I didn't get to look at the whole thing, but
Is that what the D in DC stands for? Discovery?
Channel, yeah, DC.
Yeah,
Wow.
Discovery Channel.
Yeah,
no,
makes the sense.
Oh. All right, Aaron,
No.
what does this stand for then?
Detective Comics. Everybody knows that.
No,
No,
No, it doesn't.
no.
Wow.
no,
Wow.
No.
it doesn't.
No.
Wow.
Nah.
So
Discover
anyway,
comic That's what it is.
anyway, with the acquisition of DC or Warner Brothers, I should say more likely, there was a Variety or Vanity. What article?
It was Variety.
Variety put out an article with an interview with one of the head honchos over there, and he talks about wanting to kind of change the landscape up of DC, the DCEU, which is so terrible sounding to say because like MCU rolls off the tongue, but DCEU just that's
Adding that E in there. Nah.
PU because it stinks.
yeah.
Boo
That's,
this man. Get out of here,
Ish.
Steven.
We're gonna have to
Wow,
edit your jokes.
it's almost like the
this
DC
episode.
movies are as bad as that joke I just made.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
Not all
glad
the
you
movies.
recognized it. Okay, so here's the problem because
Every
they all aren't bad movies. And if they're
Yeah.
coming in saying that they want to rehaul this whole thing and get somebody like Kevin Feige, because that's what they said, they want to get a Kevin Feige-esque head figure over everything. That means
James
they want to do. I would love if it was James Gunn.
He's the only one that could probably fucking save them.
I would. But here's the thing, because me and Rachel were talking about it a little bit earlier. Here's a question, and chat, you can chime in too. I'm very interested to hear what you got to say. Do you scrap everything that you have going on now? The things that you've built up already. So we got Aquaman 2 coming up. We got Flashpoint coming up. We got Batgirl
Are they?
coming
I want to
up.
interrupt you real quick. Are they still going to do Flashpoint? Because I heard that might be not happening anymore because the whole Ezra Miller thing.
But no, it's still happening. It's his movie's going forward, I think, which is getting axed. So I think there was supposed to be either like a prequel or like an in-betweener of one of
Those are
the
prequels.
films.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's getting nixed because apparently he's a badman. I'm not really sure on what he did. The only thing I heard was he choked a woman.
Yeah, so sorry not to segue from your topic, Aaron. We'll get right back to that, but just to fill you guys in, he got really, really drunk. I don't have the full details, but he got really drunk at a bar, picked a fight with a whole bunch of people working there, and then he, I think, stalked a couple back to their hotel room and then started harassing them and threatening them. It was really insane. He just needs to get some help right now.
I didn't know it was.
Sorry, their pronouns are they, them. So
I didn't know it was all that.
yeah,
like-
it was really insane.
Ezra's out here tripping, ain't he?
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Okay, so we'll count Ezra out.
Yes.
So
Yes.
let's
No
focus
more
on the other
Ezra.
things. We have Batgirl with what's her name? We have it in the notes. Batgirl with.
I didn't put her actual name in there.
You didn't put the woman's name in there.
I didn't.
Oh
Name
my
a
God.
woman.
Cool that you put it there. And I was like,
Jeez.
yeah, Michael Keaton, Brandon Fraser,
Leslie Grace. Her name is Leslie
Leslie
Grace.
Grace. There you go.
Jeez, just put all the men in there. That's what you did. Brendan Fraser, Michael Keaton, but forget Leslie Grace. So Leslie
you look at
Grace
the
is as
You proved
Batgirl.
I mean, how do you forget Leslie Grace?
Because name one other movie she's been in, Stephen.
In the Heights.
Now name
Wow.
one more.
She doesn't have any more on her
Exactamundo.
wiki page there. So.
Exactamundo.
Hey. Let her
So-
build up, bro.
Unless you've seen In the Heights or heard her music, because apparently she's also a musician.
Nice.
then this is be kind of her debut, you know. So all that, do you scrap all that and season 2 of Peacemaker? Because don't forget, they got greenlit, you know, and we like season 2, right? We like season 1, right?
I love Suicide Squad 2. I love the Harley Quinn movie. I loved Peacemaker. The Batman was amazing. Like, I feel like DC is finally coming to their own with like their villain, like all their like villain universe. They should just build that out and forget the heroes and make the heroes more like a side thing, kind of like Peacemaker, how like Aquaman and the Flash showed up to the very end. They were just kind of like a side thing. But it makes me sad that they'll be like reinventing it because I really like what they're doing right now.
What villain movie are you talking about?
Peacemaker?
Was he a villain?
More like an anti-hero.
He's a villain. He was a villain. He's now like more of an anti-hero, but he was a villain in Suicide.
I feel like the whole Suicide Squad were anti-heroes.
Really? Even that rat guy?
The Rat Queen? Or the what was
the
her name?
rat guy that died in the very beginning, he drowned.
Oh, the Weasel?
Yeah, he like
he wasn't in. Don't count him.
He's in the comic book.
He was in a squad that got blasted.
Okay, but you know what? He's still part of Suicide Squad, so rest my case.
No. He was in Program, or was it Project X or Program X, or what is that shit called? He wasn't in the Suicide Squad.
Special Force X or Task Team X or something like that.
Task Force X.
There it is.
That's what he was part of. He wasn't part of the Suicide Squad, Rachel.
But so you guys are saying get rid of the rest of the stuff and just reboot the entire DCU?
Yeah, I would say do a thing where you can reboot it, and it's like it goes back and it's like, oh no, these were the original people because they were locked away because this is like a shitty multiverse or whatever one of those DC reboot storylines.
I feel like
BS, and then just continue on.
Kind of like add on like what Steven said. They like, so they're doing Flashpoint and everything. We already know like the Flash, he can go back in time, he can go to other universes. Maybe he could do something and merge like a few universes together so we get the best part of what DCEU is already, and then they could do all their new stuff so it's just one universe altogether.
Yep, and just start over. Take the Batman that you have because that's really successful. Yep. It was a really good movie. Go ahead and start that.
Catwoman with Harley Quinn and their like Gotham Sirens movie, I feel like would be awesome.
I think they're going to scrap everything. I think they're going to be like...
I mean, that's probably the best choice, but they're not going to scrap the movies that they're currently working on.
No,
and
they'll let those
are working on. They're going to let them ride, which Peacemaker's going to do fine. Whatever this Flash movie is, we'll see. We'll see what happens, but it's tied to Snyder's BS, and that is just crap. I don't care who you are. That is garbage.
Let me look at the chat real quick.
So JLab had the same idea that I said. He said it right before me. I swear to God, I did not read chat. I did not steal your idea.
Oh well, let's just find out here.
We have like the same thought process, JLab.
Snoke didn't like Ezra as the Flash anyway. Chris never heard of Batgirl. Of course, a lot of people, but it's fine. I like the fresh face actors and actresses to jump out and get new roles and stuff like that instead of just going with the regular old, we got Hollywood people already. Let's use those people.
That's what me and you were actually talking about right before the podcast too. It's like I like how they're getting like fresh like new faces to like play these roles, or like at least people who don't have like super big names, like already tied to a certain character in another series or in other movies or things like that. Because then like that person is tied to that character, and that's what you see. And that's kind of like what the issue I had with Angelina Jolie being the MCU or Salma Hayek, because they're already like big names. You've seen them in a lot of stuff. So when you see that character, you just see the actress, So I'm glad they're more like a side character instead of like a main like big person.
So you feel like the actress is bigger than the role, basically.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
Angelina Jolie's role wasn't that great. I didn't think
her character was fine. Her role was fine. I feel like they flesh out that story more and everything, it'll be better. But when I saw her character, I didn't see the character. I just saw Angelina Jolie.
I think it's because they didn't highlight the character. It was just like her parts were like bumbly because of obviously what her character has gone through or whatever. But like it just wasn't enough. So I get what you're saying. Yeah, I
For
can
me,
see
it's
that.
just the actress being too
Just
big.
saying Angelina Jolie, which that fight scene was still pretty cool, but it was Angelina Jolie with weapons.
I didn't like the Eternals.
No, it wasn't. It wasn't a very good MCU movie.
I liked it. It was okay, but it's definitely not my favorite. But it's definitely not my least favorite. It's just like right there in the middle. It's like, it was a
What's your
movie.
least? I'm interested in what's your least favorite.
Probably Thor 2 or any of the Iron Man movies.
Any of the Iron Man movies?
Any
Is
of
that
the
what you just said?
I don't like any of the Iron Man movies.
Wow.
I don't really like any of the Avenger movies, to be honest.
Do you even like the MCU? Like what outside of?
I like Endgame and I like Infinity Wars, but the other Avenger movies, I'm not the biggest fan of.
Wow. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Back to DC, everybody. Let me get back to chat because JLab said have a new Flash fracture the universe, save the pieces that are good, bring the new stuff to replace the junk. Long live Cavill. Chris thinks that's a good idea. Great idea, Rachel. Love the idea. Either do Batman, JLab's idea, or start from fresh with Batman being start of the new universe. So here's this is what I think. I think like if you get all those characters and you break down the DC universe, and you still just want to bring and I want Henry Cavill to play Superman, and I want what's his name, Twilight guy to play Robert Pattinson to still play Batman. I think
his name is Vengeance.
Wow. I think you can still get that to go.
Yeah.
I don't
they
think
actually like pretty good together, to be honest.
I don't think you have to mix the styles per se.
The heroes are so different. It would feel weird if they were all like the same style.
Yeah. Like I think it'd be fine with them to be, different styles. Like they don't I mean they'll fit. If you find the right director, they can fit.
Yeah. Especially when they mingle together for like a Justice League movie.
Justice League.
Yeah, I do that because they'll probably give it to Snyder and then we know what's gonna happen. You're gonna get Jared Leto bullshit.
They're both British, so they can play with each other's,
play with each other? The
accents, you pervert.
His wands. Their wands.
I mean, I still watch it. It's fine.
Yeah, you would, you pervert.
I thought you were watching that with GG Gamer and stopped watching Naruto because of it. Isn't it?
No.
The whole thing?
But I really think they'll finish up these next few things. This Wonder Twins project, which looks, like whatever. There's no look to it actually.
Out of all the heroes,
because DC didn't have a vision. They didn't have a Kevin Feige.
They should have borrowed their vision from Marvel.
Yeah. All right. Both of you are just horrendous this episode. Horrendous.
It's been a while. It's all built up,
Jeez.
Bi-weekly.
You guys need to get it out before the live stuff. Jeez. Look, go to like a stand-up night at the Yuck Yuck Hut or something like that and have them throw tomatoes at you. Maybe that'll help.
What do you think this is?
Jeez.
Sounds like a hater. You know what I mean?
Steven, I would do a comedy duo with you.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
And I will be selling fruit at every show, everybody.
Hey, but we'll make a killing.
Discounted
and we'll
rates.
make profits. I
Double
don't see
the
nothing
price
wrong.
for Rotten. Double the price for Rotten.
Wow.
We get free lunch. Aaron makes profits.
Yeah.
The show goes on.
Sellout shows. Sellout shows.
Sounds like a plan, baby. Let's do this.
So yeah, DC is gone, everybody. So hold on to whatever you can from these last little bits, and because it's I think they're changing. The landscape is going to change so drastically that it might be for the good thing.
They did say that they wanted to do more movies like the Joker, which I'm like, but I mean, also at the same time, I feel like the Batman was kind of more like that serious route. So
No,
I was like,
we don't need the Joker. We
No.
don't need another...
Yeah. You don't need the Joker.
Exactly, but I know they want to do that type of style of movie. At least that's what they said. And I'm like, not about it. But if they do more like serious, like the Batman, I'd be okay with that.
I don't even want that 5-minute scene that was cut out from the Batman movie with the Joker.
With the Joker.
I did not like that.
I didn't see it, but...
Oh, I didn't
speaking of the guy that plays the Joker, who is also he's in Eternals, right? He was the he got arrested recently too for being drunk.
Good.
But he got here as a relief because he wasn't crazy like some other actors. So
don't let him near another, because I didn't like him in the Marvel's Eternals, and I didn't like him as Joker. So
I don't like his. I didn't see the clip, but I didn't like.
You heard him though in the movie.
Yeah, his voice was okay, but I didn't like his makeup and the way they made him look. It's still better than Jared Leto's look, but
go look at that clip and you'll see him fully. Like you see how they do him fully, and it's like they stuck his head in a garbage disposal and was like, "There you go, Joker, that's you." And it's just like, why?
Yeah, it kind of he looks like more like he should be Two-Face to me. Like Two-Face is like messed up side. That's what it should look like.
Yeah, but it's as if Two-Face's messed up side spread across his entire face.
Yeah.
If you played Arkham City, right? Rachel or Aaron? Jeez, any of you?
Yeah, I think
okay, so you remember after Arkham Asylum, he injects himself with that
becomes the Hulk, right?
Venom and becomes like the Hulk.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah, I played that one.
He looks like the aftermath. So when you're playing Arkham City and he's all fucking messed up, that's what he looks like. And I'm like, dude, this is like not a good design. I really didn't like it, and I didn't care for his like acting too much in it. I'm not gonna knock
any actor's hustle. You know, if they give you the role, they give you the role.
Get paid.
Hey, I mean, Jared and his cult. You know,
people are still watching it though.
No, not the Morbius. That's been dying.
People are still watching him.
Oh, you mean him?
That's what I should have said. People are watching him.
I don't know why.
And
I don't understand why.
It's the same reason people fall in love with murderers.
You don't understand cults, Rachel. That's what it is.
Really?
Cults.
Oh my God. You guys were going on about Rachel and her cults like a few months ago, and now I don't understand cults.
Just when we thought we were out, Rachel, you want to bring it back in? Really?
I want you guys to be consistent.
Now we're going to have Cult of Rachel shirts.
Oh my God.
In the shop.
Somebody said King Chris said he's not the Joker yet. Maybe he's just a crazy man in Arkham. Still don't want him.
Honestly, what they should have done instead of having Joker there talking to the Riddler, they should have had it be like Calendar Man.
It'd be better. It'd be way better. Yeah. So I hear you, Chris, about that. Maybe he was mimicking the real Joker. They tried that with Gotham. If you've ever watched the show Gotham, they were like, "Oh, this guy is not the Joker. He's Jerome. He's not the Joker. He's probably somebody that inspires the Joker. Get out of here." That was the Joker. And I feel like
I like that Joker though. He was actually good.
Yeah, he did a really good job. I thought he was very good as a Joker. Like I would have loved for him to get cast in a movie and see what he can do on the big screen. But they were very adamant about saying he's not the Joker.
He was actually one of the brothers in Shameless, and you can actually see because like he leaves the show for a while, and you know it's for Gotham, obviously. And when his character gets back, they make his character have like a lot of mental health problems and kind of be crazy, and you could tell it was like, oh, he did such a good job at Joker, or like it did such a good job in Gotham. We kind of want to like bring that into like the Shameless show too, and I was like, that's cool. They're all crazy, so it made sense. But it was just like his role was so good. He was so good in that role. They just like. They wanted to keep it going, and I thought that was cool.
But here's the one thing that I'll say before we go on to it. Oh, actually, yeah, we kind of touched everything in DC. The new Batgirl movie is still, I think it's still in development. It's still going out, and the actress Leslie Grace, she is really just loving her job right now with playing with Brendan Fraser.
I mean, come on,
Yeah.
he's captured the hearts of the many. You know what I mean?
He's playing a villain, but she's like, it's tough because he's just such a huge teddy bear, and he's one of the nicest people. But you're supposed to hate him, but it's like, how do you hate Brendan Fraser? You know,
I'm really curious to see how he plays a villain because he's only ever played kind of like the lovable type of guy. I've never seen him play a bad guy before.
Right? He's played good guys. The worst I think he's done is a bad father in
The Mummy?
No, what he's in now, with the DC one that he's in now, where he's Robot Man.
Oh, Doom Patrol.
Yeah, Doom Patrol. Like,
yeah.
But that's not even like he's not even like a bad, but he's just like, you know. And then it's a redemption story on top of that, so it's not even like he's the bad guy. Like, so it's going to be interesting to see him as a villain. He's playing Firefly. If anybody didn't know that, in the Batgirl movie, Firefly is kind of one of those Batman villains that's been around, but not really like in the forefront. So I'm glad they're going with somebody that you can just kind of take liberties with and do some cool stuff. So
yeah, I went to go see the Batman with a few of my other friends and everything. Like I was seeing it for the second time, and it was like the first time they were seeing it. And afterwards, they were talking about, I was like, I really want to see Firefly. And I was like, he's going to be in the Batgirl movie. Brandon Fraser is going to play him. His mind, he totally lost his mind. He got so excited, and I feel like that's just kind of like the reaction everybody's getting from Brandon Fraser. So it's really cool to see.
Give him more roles. Let him be Wolverine in the MCU.
No, that needs to be Daniel Radcliffe. Give Daniel Radcliffe that role.
Nah, not Daniel.
Yeah, I need my short king. Let's go.
Daniel Radcliffe would have to bulk up.
That's fine. Everybody
he would. Like, I'm not opposed to it, but I think he just needs to be a little more beefier.
Yeah.
Like, because he's in good shape, but I think he just needs to, like, start drinking fucking gallons of protein shakes.
I've got to hear his Wolverine voice, though, because every movie I've seen him in was the Lady in Black or the Woman in Black. Of course, any of the Harry Potters. And then what was the one? Horns?
He was a kid. Horns, yeah.
I saw him in that.
I gotta watch that movie for me.
I gotta see a raspy Wolverine voice. I need to see.
Have you seen the movie? Like, it was a meme forever because the movie wasn't out, but it was like guns taped to his hand, and he looked horrible.
We saw that. Yeah, we watched that. We watched that. Yeah. Still didn't get a Wolverine vibe from him.
No, but I feel like he has the potential to totally play that role.
He is a good actor. I will 100% give him that.
I want to point out something. Hugh Jackman before X-Men, he was a Broadway like actor and everything, wearing sparkly tights, dancing and singing. So I'm like, if he can transition into Wolverine, Daniel Radcliffe can too.
You might as well say anybody can then.
Not anybody. Not anybody.
You're like, if he can do it,
I see it in him. I know it.
Have you guys ever seen Swiss Army Man?
Not yet, no.
No.
That is an interesting Daniel Radcliffe movie. Him and Paul Dano, so him and the Riddler are in a movie together.
I need to see this.
It's so strange.
Well,
He's a dead body. That's it.
I've seen him a lot as like the leading person, like who should be the next Wolverine. But I've also seen the guy from the Kingsman.
Is it Tager Edgerton? Or something like that?
Yeah.
I might have got that wrong.
After he did, what was the musical one? Not musical, but the
Rocket
biography. Man? Yeah, Rocket Man. After he did Rocket Man, I saw a lot of people saying he should be Wolverine.
Taron Egerton?
Sounds right to me.
I never saw Rocket Man. Did you guys see it?
No, I never saw Rocket Man.
I heard it was good.
I usually don't watch those biopics movies.
Last one I saw was Ray.
Yeah,
yes, it's probably the last one. That was
the last Ray. Last one I saw.
How?
Yes, Rachel, you look like an
old blind black guy. Yes.
Yeah. Well, he said Ray, but gamer tags Ray, so
Moving right along, everybody. Keeping with Marvel, though, since we missed 2 episodes to talk about for Moon Knight, we are going to go into spoilers. So if you don't want to hear and you haven't watched Moon Knight, episodes 2 and 3 is what we're about to kind of go over. Rachel, what did you think about the latest two? Because I know you just freshly saw it again.
Yeah. I really loved episode 2 because I feel like the first episode was just, like an intro to everything. So it was very like kind of chaotic in that sense of just introducing like the character Steve and kind of Mark. Where episode 2, they're introducing like the actual story and like telling you more about it, introducing new characters. And I thought it was really cool. And I really loved like the reveal of like Steve's suit and like how he conjured that up and kind of just like dynamic battle with him fighting with Mark. So it's like he's fighting with another person, but it's really just himself. And kind of just finding out about his long lost wife that he's kind of in love with still. I don't know.
I mean,
it's a weird, complicated thing.
I mean, have you seen
she's a babe, so yeah.
Good Lord.
Yeah.
She is a very beautiful,
I'm
with a
right
beautiful
with,
personality.
I'm right with Steve when he was like, I'm not signing these divorce papers. Like, no.
What are you, crazy?
Rip them up right in front of her, right there.
So I got multiple personalities, but even I'm not that insane to sign these divorce papers.
Yeah, seriously.
But
I like where it's going so far. Yeah.
It's very cinematic, I was going to say. It feels like each episode is a movie in its own.
It does.
Yes.
It does.
And I'm real, to me, it's set a new bar now for what the Marvel Disney Plus shows have to do.
Yeah. 100%.
So what we got, She-Hulk and Miss Marvel are the next shows.
I think Miss Marvel's the next one. Because I don't know when She-Hulk's releasing, but I know Miss Marvel is supposed to be this year, I think.
So the thing was, and then what's his name? Because one of the actors passed away from episode 3.
It was
the rich guy. Yeah, that was dedicated to him.
Oh,
he passed away back in January.
Wasn't it a car accident? I think, or something.
Wait, was it?
Remember how he did? But
was it the Avatar that was for ISIS?
No, remember the rich guy that was doing the horse riding spear stuff?
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Yeah. He played his character in the comic books, like King Chris said in the chat, is the Midnight Man, but he's not like a prevalent character. The Midnight Man, the character that he was playing, he's one of those throwaway characters. Like he was in a couple of issues and then his character dies off like permanently, and they haven't brought him back. So but he's a part of the Moon Knight mythos. So it was a nod to that. And then I think he did a good job. Just unfortunate that he passed away. I don't think he got to see the
episode
stuff. Yeah. So, but what was I going to say about?
Oh no, what were you going to say? What were you going to say?
No, I was going to say She-Hulk is going to be a tough one because if they do it like She-Hulk in the comic books, where she's always She-Hulk, that means that's a lot of CG all the time.
Yeah.
In those episodes. And if the CG looks bad, because I know you said some of the CG looked a little bad to you with Moon Knight's costume and stuff.
Yeah, it's more like when he's like moving a lot in action. I noticed it a lot in episode 3 when he's like fighting that rich guy and everything. I didn't like the CGI, and I feel like it's not their fault either. It's just I feel like our technology isn't up to like that par to do that type of CGI, because like his whole suit's white and you have to add a lot of texture and detail to it so it doesn't look flat, but then it doesn't look white because then it's like all like muddled down with like a whole bunch of other shades and other colors, and then it just kind of looks off and it's hard to do lighting with it. So it's just like it's just tricky because of the coloring. So I feel like you were saying before the podcast, he has like a black and white suit, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in the comic books, he has like a black and white suit sometimes.
Yeah, I feel like that's probably something that will transition to like after this season or like towards the end, kind of like Daredevil, where he got a new suit.
You think maybe they do better if he has more of a practical suit going forward, and them stop trying to CG it and just be like, we'll get the cosplay community to come in here and fix you up, sir. That's what we'll do.
Yeah, because like Steve's Moon Knight suit, where it's just like the suit and everything, it looks better because they don't have to CGI all of it. And I know they actually did make the actual suit, like the official Moon Knight one, where it's like kind of like all the mummy wraps and like very Egyptian looking, but it's hard to move in that type of suit. It's more just for like stand still or kind of like not action shots.
Rachel, I don't think you know how magic works. Oscar
Yeah?
Isaac is just one of the personalities.
Okay, gotcha.
He's actually Moon Knight. Like this is actually happening. Just
Okay, gotcha. My bad.
Yeah,
I feel like this is also another one where it's not as so. Like when WandaVision came out, the theories were abound everywhere, right? And, who's going to be in it? Who's going to get powers? What's going to happen?
I learned my lesson. No more theories after WandaVision. My soul and heart were crushed.
That's the fun in it. That is the fun in it. And they deprived us of that in Hawkeye. In Hawkeye, yeah. Kind of in Hawkeye.
Winter Soldier, Falcon.
Winter Soldier, they've taken that mystery away.
A little bit. It's not as much.
Hawkeye, we kind of knew. No.
We all were like, are they gonna do it? Is he gonna be in there? And then it came true, which actually I think because it came true and everybody's theories was correct, it took away from that mystery factor because we were like, oh, we knew, we guessed it.
That was like one little theory that was just about a character appearance, whereas WandaVision, it had a whole these theories and they were analyzing every little thing, be like, oh, this character is going to be in this is going to be that. And like, they were like changing the whole story. Like the conspiracy theories were on a totally different level.
Because even when they showed Quicksilver, that only just intensified more theories. Is he actually Quicksilver from the Fox universe? Is this actor just now playing Quicksilver from now on?
God, he's not. He's Ralph Boner forever.
But he's Ralph Boner.
And that's how it should stay.
No. JLab said, but we were all right about Agatha.
It's true. We were.
So,
and,
but I missed that. I missed that scouring the internet, watching people do breakdowns and look at every little details. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, they winked at the camera at 1 minute and 35 seconds into it, and that means if you go read issue 87, yeah, I want that. I want that.
You want the QAnon of fucking Marvel Cinematic Universe? Yes. You crazy bastards.
Yes.
No.
We love our conspiracy theories.
I want that. I want all the crazy nut jobs.
All right. Then let's do this then. What is your theory of what's going to happen with Moon Knight?
See, that's the problem because it's
judges. No. Just go throw out something random.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you. No, it's not even random because my theory for Moon Knight isn't even anything out of the crazy norm or like because there's nothing that's giving me out of the crazy norm. It's an adventure show. Like it's not bad at all, but it's pretty straightforward in the thing. Like there's a bad guy, we establish he's a bad guy. There's a good guy, we establish he's a good guy. There's roadblocks in front of him. We've established that. We established what he has to do, his mission. And we know from this last episode how he has to accomplish that mission. So it's kind of straightforward. So like if I were to just put it out, the only mystery that there is so far is who's the extra personality that Mark and Steven didn't know took over the body and killed all those dudes. That's it.
The bloodthirsty killer.
But we also have Jake Lockley that hasn't been shown, which is another persona of Moon Knight. So I know that as a comic book character, and it could be him. It could be Khonshu took over for that hot second.
But then he'd even tell Mark or Steven or Steve.
So who
does a god have to explain his actions?
Yeah, I mean, but I feel
he could be a dick.
Their actions.
I feel like he would have because, like, I don't know. I honestly don't feel like it was Khonshu because what is it when he was talking to Ethan Hawke's character, like the cult leader and everything. When Steve was like first kind of like learning everything in episode 1, he's like, "Oh, don't worry about him. That's the most he can do." And it was like blow wind. And the only time he could actually go into Mark's body was when they were in that pyramid.
Yeah,
that was like the only time. And it looks like he's struggling. Maybe
he's been in his head, and they've said that he's been in his head.
Yeah, like, he's been in his head, but he's not controlling him, and he's not
controlling his body.
Yeah,
no,
Steve. Yeah,
but I'm pretty sure he knows
that
who the other personality is.
That's a good.
He's not saying anything.
I just don't think it was Khonshu myself.
Yeah, JLab said a good thing. If Khonshu could do it, like control his body, why bother with having an avatar at all? Just go and do it yourself. So
it's a little thing called free will, and the gods can't penetrate.
He doesn't care about that. What are you talking
about?
Free will.
No, I think it's
that's why there's resistance. That's why when he's speaking, and he's like trying to like get his words out, it's like a struggle, and that's why the other person was like, just let it happen. Don't resist. It's easier for you if you don't resist, because I think like for some like possession, it's harder for that. I guess you're like self-conscious to be suppressed.
I thought you were gonna say possession is 9/10 of the law.
It's also that, yes, yes.
But no, yeah, we talked about that too before the show, right? Rachel was like, "Well, why was Khonshu the only one yelling in the meeting?" And because
they're all talking normal. Then he's like, "He did it." And I was like, "Okay, sir, calm down."
Because the chaos that's in him, you got 3, could be more personalities in your mind, and you have a god that's trying to like force his way out and break through. So it's a struggle. It's like all 3 of them have to submit for Khonshu to pierce and take over.
That's what Aaron was saying. So I didn't even think about that. I was just like, why are you being such a drama queen over here? Stop. That's what. But to be fair, I just wanted to say, like, for me, episode 3 was actually really hard for me to like understand all of it, and it's just like the way I process information. So I definitely need to go back and rewatch it, because when I watch things where like they jump around and skip around, I think it's really cool and I do like it. But it's like Witcher season 1, I didn't understand any of it. I had to watch it a couple times to finally get like what the story was happening and what everything was. So I feel like I have to do the same thing with episode 3, because it kind of just like jumps right into like I knew he was in Egypt, but he's like already like fighting guys, trying to kill them, and I'm like, why is he doing that? I don't understand this. And yeah, I feel like an old boomer saying that, but I don't understand.
Watch it sober. You can keep up.
Oh my God.
I'm going to go ahead and say, though, that we've already seen the third personality, though.
Who's that?
We don't know who the name, but we've seen them, because there's a part in episode 3, and this might be spoilers, where he's talking to Layla, and she's like, sometimes I just don't know who you are. And he looks at her dead in her face. He's like, you don't know who I am. It's because he's not Steven or Mark. In that instance, when they're in that car. No, not in the boat. When they're in the car, and like it's after the fighting thing.
Okay, I remember part.
So like she's like telling him like, and they're driving to the desert, like, or in the middle of Egypt, or whatever. And he tells her like, yeah, no, I don't know you. You don't know me. I'm somebody else. But he doesn't say anything, because whoever this character is, if it is Jake, because they changed some stuff, so it could be anybody. That's like your introduction to him, and it's like very sneaky, because it's like, I saw a thing where they think it could be him because he was like wearing a hat, and I guess in the comic book, that persona is known for having like the little bowler hat. What is that?
His little taxi driver,
taxi driver hat. Yeah.
And so now like, you're reaching for straws.
No, that's definitely a reach. But I think him saying that to her makes the most sense, because his demeanor also like changes. The way he's talking to her.
I don't feel like that.
Go ahead. I was just gonna say she just don't know he has multiple personalities on the regular. She didn't meet multiple personality Mark. She's met Mark. 2. No, but I'm saying the person that she fell in love with, got married to, did not have multiple personalities. It was just Mark. So now that he is this person and he's made this deal with Khonshu and Steven's around, she doesn't know him anymore. It's a different person now. Like,
and there's a different person in that car ride. She's met Steven, because Steven was like good, like
Steven, or is it Steve?
It's Steven, because he points at the name tag, and I was like, that's my name. That's mine. And he spells it the same way, the correct way, with the V.
I thought the correct way was a PH.
I'll stab you where you sit.
Wow.
So like, I feel like it's definitely not. It's not, because Steve is the personality that has all the knowledge of one, the girl that Mark's in love with, like all that good innocent part of your personality, like all that shoved into one person. Like he's the sweetest guy, he's real nice, people take advantage of him, he knows all her like favorite stuff, poetry and stuff about Egypt, like all in one character. You got the action hero mercenary guy that's just, I'm gonna shoot this, kill this, punch this, get the job done, and then probably have the angry homicidal personality, which is probably gonna start with this third person, which she doesn't know that side.
I feel like for a comic book, yes. For the TV show, no, because I feel like that's all that was very complicated for an average viewer. So I don't think they're doing that exactly.
We got 2 episodes left? 3?
3.
Yeah, it's okay. 6 episodes.
We'll find out. I mean, I'm pretty sure, but I still feel like it's going to be basically a hero's journey. He's going to defeat the big bad at the end, get the Goyle, and
Ooh, I do want to add something to it. So Ethan Hawke was on a interview, talk show, everything, whatever, and they're like, "Hey, is the Hulk going to be at the end of the show?" And he's like, "No." I think I would have known if Mark Ruffalo was there on set. And they're like, "All right, we got another question for you. Is Blade going to be there?" And he's like, "Yes, no, yes, no." And then he just kept going back and forth, just kind of busting them. He's like, and he's like, "No, they're actually not." Or it could be. He was like basically doing the kombucha girl like reaction to that. So there's a possibility that Blade might come in at the very end and get Moon Knight.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see Blade make his debut in that one.
Because there's also a theory that Ethan Hawke's cult character, I don't think it's true at all, but that he is actually Dracula. And I guess that's a fan theory that's going around. And he thought it was really cool. He's like, maybe Dracula, but as far as I know, I'm not. So
fans are reaching.
But that is a conspiracy theory. So
yeah, I think it's because they're like me. They're starved for conspiracy theories. They need the good old Marvel conspiracy theories. So they're reaching on that one.
Yeah,
I don't know. But I'm enjoying the show, of course. I think everybody is enjoying the show. 3 more episodes.
Do you like it so far, Steve?
Next one.
Oh yeah, no, I love it.
Okay.
And I just thought about another thing too.
Yeah.
It's like, which one of them asked the girl on the date?
Ooh.
In the first episode, right? The vegan asked the girl out to a steak dinner. Mark's married. He's in love with Layla.
Oh, that's true.
Gotta be the third personality.
So there's been a hint to the third personality this whole time.
Yeah.
They just don't know when it takes over.
She never said his name, did she?
No, she called him Steven because he has a name tag.
Yeah.
It says Steven. Spelled the correct way with the V. Boom.
All right. Speaking of Marvel directors, we weren't, but we're going to go into that realm. Rachel, what is this Our Flag Means Death? Isn't this Taika Waititi's?
Yeah, Taika Waititi's show. Yeah. He's writer for, What We Do in the Shadows. He's doing the new Thor movie. He's doing a lot of really awesome stuff recently, and I love all of it. But Our Flag Means Death is a new show that just came out in March. It's on HBO, and it's about basically gay pirates, and I'm all for that. It's actually currently more viewed than Moon Knight too, so pretty big. Steven, you said you watched the first episode right now?
I watched the first 2.
First 2, how did you like it?
Who's that?
Yeah, I feel like
30 minutes, quick, easy.
So quick one, Scotch.
So I originally I was hesitant because the main character, who actually I still don't know his name.
Steed.
What?
Steed.
Oh, sure.
Speede. Steed Bonnet.
Steed.
Like a horse?
Okay. Kind of.
Like a steed? Yeah.
Yeah, right. It's an old-timey name. It's actually a real name because...
Sure.
Sure?
I didn't know what his name was.
Yeah.
I believe you.
It's very, I feel like New Zealand type of humor. It's where it's British and American humor mixed together, but it's I think it's hilarious.
So I was worried about that actor because I've seen him. The only other thing really that I've seen him in was Yes Man.
He was in Jurassic Park. He was in was it Jumanji, the new ones?
I haven't seen any of the new ones.
What?
So in Yes Man though, he goes like Jim Carrey goes to his house to watch all the Harry Potter movies in order.
Oh no!
As he's dressed up like Ron Weasley the whole time.
So he basically played the same character. Okay.
So it's like I can't unsee that. Like it's just the same character. Like I just see it.
Yeah.
So him as a pirate, I was like, all right, it's gonna be like kind of dry as hell. But really, I think I'm watching it for the crew.
Yeah. So
the crew is hilarious to me.
They're really good. Like all the characters, his entire crew. Every one of the characters you're going to love at one point or another. And I feel like Steve Bonnet, he'll really grow on you too, because he grows on the crew. Like, spoiler, the crew learns to love him because he's a lovable guy.
I feel like his, what is it? His assistant person?
Lucius?
Oh, sure.
Red jacket.
The mutton chops guy?
Oh, Buttons. Yeah.
What's his name? Buttons?
Yeah.
He was like, I feel like he's gonna betray the crew. He's that guy because he's already done it once in the first episode. Yeah, because he was quick to like mutiny, like super fast.
Oh, I mean,
he was just like no. But he was like talking to the main guys, like oh yeah, no, I got your back, boss. I'm ready for the mutiny. Like he instantly flips. So I was like, I don't like this character. I think he's gonna be a bastard. But like, no, everybody else, like it's still a good character. Don't get me wrong, but like everybody else is pretty funny. And they're all recognizable faces, which is interesting because I see everything and I'm like, okay, I've seen you in stuff, and you're always like a side character. And it's funny that they're like kind of more in the forefront with this show. So like Aaron, you've seen the rundown, right? You remember the pilot, the guy playing the bagpipes, the kilt,
the Scottish guy, yeah.
This guy, he's in it, and he was hilarious. Okay. He's hilarious to me.
I haven't seen him in anything since the rundown.
Yeah, but you know how like he's like that side off character. So in this, like he's part of the crew, but the crew, I'm just gonna go ahead and say is like the main. They're like what you're watching for. Everybody else is just a peon. But like it was pretty funny. I do want to see the rest of it. I probably will finish the season.
I say you should because like the first 2 episodes I feel like are good, but they're very like starter episodes. And once Blackbeard joins like the main cast and everything, I feel like the show super takes off, and it's just the chemistry with like Blackbeard and Steve Bonnet is absolutely amazing. And the queer community, like the LGBT community right now is going crazy for this show because this is one of the first few shows where like there's tons of like gay representation, and they not only have like one gay couple, but they end up having 3. And
well, thanks for spoilers.
There's no spoilers. I didn't say who it was.
It didn't matter. I'm expecting 3 now.
You're gonna get 3. You're gonna get more.
Bastard.
All the gayness for you, Steven. But
yeah,
also,
no, it's good.
Nice.
It's good.
Well, I'm glad you're liking it because, like, it's honestly, I am disgustingly obsessed with it right now, and I just got Galen to watch all of it, and he really likes it too.
You know what?
Full season's out.
Yeah, the full season. It
is. Episodes. Okay, yeah, I saw 10 episodes, but I didn't know if that was it. So they acknowledge race and racism.
They do, yeah.
Which I actually was like one of the things. I was like, all right, this is pretty good.
Because you're gonna love episode 4, just so you know, especially because of that.
Yeah, so like it's I don't want to spoil anything else, but it's good because the episode 2, like when they're on the island searching for people, Rachel. I don't know if you remember.
I've watched it so many times now.
Okay, yeah, and they meet people on the island, and it's like it's just the dialogue's hilarious.
Yeah, like the native people of the island and everything, and they're like, "Oh, light skinned folk, we don't trust them." They're like, the light skins, yeah, sorry. Like we promise we won't kill you. Like,
It's pretty good. So yeah, no, it's a funny show. It's so far. I've watched 2 episodes. So far, it's good.
Yeah, no, I feel like episode 4 is definitely going to be like both of your guys' favorites. One thing I thought was really cool that I freaked out about is because like Blackbeard, he's an actual pirate. He was a real person. Like his name is Edward Teach and everything. Real person. Uh, Izzy Hands and Stede Bonnet are actually real people as well. Izzy, his name was Israel Hands. He was Blackbeard's right hand man in real life, and he plays that same character in the show. And then Stede Bonnet, he was actually he was a real person. He was like aristocrat. He was in the military force. He left, and he was like a big, huge like landowner. And he's like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going to be a pirate. And so he went off, was a pirate, and he's actually known in history not as like a really good pirate, but as the most fashionable pirate. And
The gentleman's pirate.
yeah, that was his name, and it's kind of cool. I think in like the first episode, they show a picture of like two pirates, and it's actually a picture, like historical pictures of both Blackbeard and Stede Bonnet in like one of his history books. And then, have you seen was it Spanish Jackie yet?
No.
Okay, I think she's going to be in like the next couple episodes, but she's played by what was her name? I think her name's Leslie. She was like an SNL comedian. She was in. Yeah, so she's played by her.
What'd you say, Steven?
Leslie Jones?
Yeah, she's in the all-female Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah, no, I know Leslie Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, so her character isn't based on, or her character isn't an actual pirate, but the combination of both Jim and Spanish Jackie, both of them actually are kind of loosely based off a real pirate in history, and she was like back from like the 1650s who kind of like united all of the Caribbean for like pirates, and like she's the one that made like Tortuga, and so I think that's really cool. So like they're actually pulling like historical people into the show, but making it not historical. It's fun. So because like if they made it historical in real life, I think like Blackbeard and Stede Bonnet both like died in 1718, and the show it takes place in 1717. So they've already said that they're not going to be like, they're going to try to keep the show going as long as they keep getting renewed. So that's not going to happen.
So it's all dropped. Are they renewed for a second season already?
Not yet. But they should be, because I mean like the show's like even more viewed than like Midnight. Everybody's going crazy for it right now. So, but I definitely recommend it. You guys should all check it out.
I'm gonna check it out, especially since you said it's 30 minutes. I can burn through those pretty fast. I like it.
It's quick little episodes.
Yeah.
But it's pretty good. It comes in, hits you with the punchlines, and then bells out. So it's not like it's dragging or anything like that. It's good.
I may or may not have already designed a Our Flag Means Death inspired outfit for the Her Universe fashion show that's coming up, because the deadline is the end of the month. So
Wow.
Emma might be the gentlewoman pirate. We'll see.
Wow. Yeah, it's on Hulu, right?
HBO Max.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's HBO
HBO.
Max. Okay. Yeah, I heard about it. I haven't seen anything on it yet.
Well, because like I only heard about the show is because two of my friends actually worked on it. One of them did the CGI for like a lot of the weapons and special effects, and the other one actually did the costuming, or she was part of the costume department for the show. So I was like, okay, I need to check out the show. I'm definitely going to support it, and I'm glad I kept watching it because I love it. So, because I actually was like, oh yeah, these first episodes are okay, and then I kind of just like stopped until like the full season came out, and then I binge watched all of it.
Nice. I'll probably check it out right after the show and everything.
Lit.
Trying to catch you up. And then we got it wrapped it out with some video game stuff. King Chris, thanks to King Chris, he showed us this game last stream called Myth Force. He said we would like it. It's from the creators of Baldur's Gate. It's got like this 80s style cel shaded high fantasy type of first person roguelike game though. That's only the thing that kind of threw me a little. One of those games where you play through a level, you kind of level up, but if you die, you start all the way back over from the beginning.
I didn't catch that part. Really?
Yeah. When I looked at some more stuff on it. It's on Steam right now. I didn't see a price, but I
don't know
think
about the cell shading.
yeah, I feel like anytime they do cell shaded, I feel like they might be on a budget. That's what I feel.
It looks like Ruby from Rooster Teeth type of cell shading.
Oh yeah, it has major Ruby vibes from it. Yes,
that's a bad thing for you.
I like Ruby. It's okay, but it's not my favorite style of animation for that. Like if they do cell shading, I prefer more like Borderlands type of cell shading or like Telltale Games cell shading, where it has like a little bit more detail at least.
Yeah, it's definitely noticeably less detail than you know.
A lot of flat surfaces.
Yeah, a lot of flat surfaces.
Yeah, because like sorry to interrupt again, but like when I saw the trailer, I was seeing it all and I was like, cool. It looks like a poor man's Tiny Tina's game with 80s music because you're even fighting goblins, skeletons, and mushroom guys. That's like the only enemies you really saw. And I was like, all right. Sounds familiar. Feels familiar.
Yeah, they may suffer from being a little too late. I know Chris in chat is like, but it was co-op. Yeah, and thank you, because we play a lot of co-op games here. You know,
it does look like it's fun, and I feel like it's definitely there's going to be like a group that's going to absolutely love it. I don't know if I'm going to like it.
She's like, I don't know who that group is.
It's not me.
But yeah, somebody's gonna like it out there.
It doesn't like Chris, what Aaron and Rachel are trying to say is stop recommending games to them because they don't appreciate you.
We do.
But you know what? I appreciate you. All right. So thanks for the suggestion.
Steven will play it.
What's the other games we got on here, Rachel?
There are actually 2 Kickstarter games that are still like currently going right now. One is
Chris.
Oh wow.
That's my heart.
Babs Tarr, the comic book artist who created like the kind of like the Batgirl outfit that's actually going to be used in the movie now with like the biker, like the whole biker look and everything. So she is making a dating sim game, which is very similar to Monster Prom, Monster Camp, and it looks really fun. It's fully funded right now, but if you wanted to like, I don't know, donate to it, you will get a copy, and she has a whole bunch of like extra goodies that you can get. It's called Kiss You. It's like you're at like a monster university game and you get a romance whoever you want. And then the other game is called Puff Pals, which is a really, really big game for the cozy gamer community. Like we're super excited about it. It still has 20 days to go. It's already like 10 times the original goal that they asked for. They asked for $75,000. They're almost at 700K. And it's absolutely insane, but it looks really great. It's kind of the same style of Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley, like those types where you're farming, you can build your house, customize everything, and it looks really fucking cute. I'm really excited.
What's the cozy gamer community?
Cozy gamer community is just kind of like people who like to play those like kind of like chill games, like the ones I listed, like Sims, Animal Crossing, Stardew Valley. I would even say like Pikmin's kind of in there too, but it's just kind of like, Witchwood is another one. It's just kind of like chill kind of simulator type of games. That's just very cutesy. It's not very like action based.
Okay. So I got you.
Yeah.
Puff Pals was
Puff Pals.
Yes, it's about a group of smoking friends that hang out all day in front of it's basically Jay and Silent Bob. That's what it is.
Oh my god. It's not.
Puff
It's
Pals.
not. It's definitely not.
Are they not cozy? Right? They just chill in front of a convenience store every day, just,
Puff Pals.
I wouldn't call them cozy. I would call them more creepy.
Wow.
Because they're old men.
Wow.
Hang out in front of the store.
Shit's
being
about
creepers. Doing drugs.
They're chilling. Puff Pals.
Oh my god.
Go check it out, everybody. And that's it. We've been going for an hour and 30 minutes. Good Lord, everybody. This is a long episode, but
we had a lot to talk about.
We did have a lot to talk about. We definitely had a lot to talk about. But let's do the wrap up here. Of course, you guys can check out our streams every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And then every other Friday, of course, like we do the live show. If you're listening at home and you're not watching the show to chime in, you're missing half of the whole fun, everybody. Twitch.tv/before you log off. Rachel, is there anything you want to say before we log off?
I her Universe fashion show is coming up for submission deadline. So I don't know if anybody who listens is into that type of stuff, but if you want to enter, the time is now. I'm currently working on my sketches. I have 1.5 done. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But I'm excited for this year because it's actually going to be in person at San Diego Comic-Con and not like a virtual show, which I just wasn't about last year. So.
Oh, so you guys are in person this time.
Yeah.
Spreading that virus all over each other.
Terrible.
It's getting hot and heavy.
All
the fabric.
Has somebody made a costume or a design all out of masks? Think about that one, guys. Think about it. You might want to submit that.
Honestly, that sounds like a Halloween idea. It's like sexy coronavirus with masks.
Might want to do that. I've seen some books. I fell in love with the coronavirus books. I've seen them.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I know. Okay, so did you ever see the cosplay trend where they're like Earth Chan and all that stuff and everything, and girls were cosplaying that? So when the coronavirus first came out, somebody tried to do that and make a coronavirus Chan. They got so much hate. No one ever tried to attempt it again for a good reason.
Just saying, somebody.
Cowards. Do it.
There's a will. There's a way.
Some things should not be done, and that's one of them. I feel.
Steven, is there anything you want to say before we log off?
Yeah, we're going on tour. All right, get ready, everybody. We're coming to a city near you. To do what? I don't know. Probably this.
Go ahead, name the cities we're going to. Where are we going?
We're going to about 5 locations.
5 locations. All right,
we're going to Vermont. We're going
to
we're going to Austin.
Really?
We're going to Springfield. You decide.
Which
one?
one?
I don't know. Any of them.
Okay.
Wherever the Simpsons are at. And then we're bringing it back home. You know what I mean? Good old Sacramento.
Okay. You gave us about 4. You said we were going to 5.
The 5th one's a secret, Aaron. We can't just reveal everything. It's like that one time, like, boom, tickets are on sale for tomorrow's show in blank city. That's it.
No one would show up if they if they knew 24 hours before.
More punch and pie for us, baby, because at our events, we give out punch and pie. Boom.
To throw at you guys in your bad freaking puns is what it is.
My puns are great. You just wait until the next D&D game.
Everybody loves a good cobbler.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Good Lord.
I got some good jokes for you.
Everybody, thank you for listening. We're going to wrap this one up. For the internationally known Steven Gutierrez, regular old Rachel down there. Yes, we're not going on tour, everybody.
We're not going on tour.
Not yet. Yeah, maybe one day. Who knows?
I'm putting it out in the world.
Yeah, you got to start it now, just so, later on when it comes to fruition. But that's it, everybody. I am Sir Aaron Carter saying that is enough internet for today.